Film packet, processing equipment, and film processing. The film packet. The film packet has two sides. White side, also known as the tube side, which is the side that must face the teeth. It has a raised bump in one corner, which corresponds to the ID dot. The ID dot distinguishes between the left and right side of the patient. This is significant when mounting. The back side of the film, or label side, has a flap to open the packet. It is also color-coded to identify one or two films and film speed. The following info is printed on the back side. Circle or dot corresponding to raised ID dot statement, opposite side towards film, manufacturer's name, film speed, and number of films enclosed. To open the film packet, pull on the flap of the outer protective wrap. Inside, there is black protective paper sheath which helps protect film from light and moisture. The film itself is between the black paper. The film is plastic and feels rigid. Be sure to handle the film by its edges, as moisture or dirt from your fingers can easily affect the diagnostic quality of the film. Lastly, there is a single lead foil sheet that is positioned behind the film. The lead foil shields the film from backscatter radiation that results in film fog. The outer protective wrap and black paper are disposed of in the regular garbage. The lead foil is placed in our lead foil collection container as it is biohazard and not to be placed in regular garbage. The film itself is the only thing that gets processed. Processing equipment. This is a PeriPro film processor. Here are its main components. The on-off switch. Also, some machines have a run or standby switch. There is a daylight loader and the safe light filter. Safe lighting provides sufficient illumination for the radiographer to carry out processing activities safely without exposing or damaging the film. The sleeves are where your hands go. There is a garbage container inside and should be cleaned out after processing. Next is the slot guide. The slot guide holds up to 8 films. Next, you will see the trap door. Here you will see the lever for the trap door. Chemistry in any automatic processor is always placed in this order: developer, fixer, and water. Next is the drying area, and finally where the film exits. Film processing. These PeriPros can be used to process your size 1 and size 2 films. For the purpose of this demonstration only, the safe light filter will be left open so you can see how to process a film better. Remember to first turn on the machine before placing your hands into the daylight loader and unwrapping the films. To start, unwrap the films and place contents in a garbage container and place size 2 films in the slot. Be sure to handle films by the edges. Once all films are placed in the slot, slide the lever to the right and hold for a few seconds. Let go of the lever. It should stay. You will hear one click and then a second louder click, and the lever will spring back to the start position. This may take up to 45 seconds. The lever is now to the left. At this point, look and feel with your finger along the slot guide to make sure the film has dropped and is now in the light tight processor. You can now remove your hands from the sleeves. Open the daylight loader and remove your film packet contents. Place lead foil in correct container as previously demonstrated and dispose the rest of the contents into the garbage.
Processing normally takes 4 to 5 minutes. Here we have an internal view of the film passing through the developing stage, the fixing stage, and through the water bath stage.
It will take approximately 4 to 5 minutes for your films to exit, so be sure you return in time to retrieve them. Once you pick up your films, it is extremely important to cross out your name. This will ensure films do not get mixed up and that you will receive your correct films. Turn off the machine if you are the last person on the list who is retrieving films. If there are other students' names after yours on the sign-up sheet, do not turn off the processor. Processor must be turned off if you were the last person on the sign-up sheet retrieving films. Otherwise, the machine easily overheats and can stop working. Size 1 film processing. For this demonstration only, the Safe Light filter will be left open so you can see how to process a size 1 film better. To process a size 1 film, you will need a size 1 carrier. Place size 1 films and carrier in Daylight Loader. Remove the size 2 slot guide. Place hands through sleeves. Unwrap film. And load the unwrapped size 1 film into the carrier. The maximum number of size 1 films this carrier holds is 6 at a time. Insert the loaded size 1 carrier into the PeriPro. It only fits into the roller transport one way, vertically. Proceed with sliding the lever over to the right, then let go and wait until you hear the 2 clicks and that the lever has sprung back to its start position before you remove your hands. The entire size 1 carrier will exit the processor. The entire size 1 carrier will exit the processor. Remove your films from the carrier and leave the size 1 carrier on top of the processor for the next person. Don't forget to remove the garbage from inside the machine. Once you pick up your films, it is extremely important to cross out your name. This will ensure films do not get mixed up and that you will receive your correct films. Next, we will show the Gendex processing. For this purpose only, we will turn on the light so you can see better. There is the large daylight loader that can be used in conjunction with the Gendex processor if the processor was not located in the darkroom. This processor is the same concept as the PeriPro's, just a larger version. It can process size 1, 2, 3, 4 intraoral films as well as any extraoral film sizes such as a panoramic film. Here is a size 1, 2, 3, and 4 film that can be processed in the Gendex. Size 0 and panoramic films can also go through this machine. Here are where the films are placed into the processor, and here is the exit point. We will now lift the lid of the processor to show you again the developer, fixer, water tank, and the drying rack. Make sure the power is on. It should be left on for the day. Students are only responsible for turning the Run Standby button on or off. The Run Standby will engage the rollers to move and transport the film through the chemistries. Like the PeriPro's, turn off the Run Standby if you are the last person on the sign-up sheet to retrieve your films. Normally done in the dark, we are going to turn on the Run Standby button if it's not already on, turn on the safe light, close and lock the darkroom door, and begin to unwrap your film. Hold by the edges and insert the film vertically into the slot guide, making sure films are straight and not angled. You can feed 3 to 4 films across the slot guide as long as you do not overlap the films horizontally or vertically. Make sure your last film has completely entered the processor before you open the door. You can check by feeling the slot guide. Once you're done, write your name and the number of films you have put through on the sign-up sheet. You will then separate contents of film packet and dispose of appropriately. Films will exit the film recovery from the top of the machine in approximately 4 minutes.